my name is Jessica, and I will be taking you on this journey into history. I have always been fascinated with history, mysteries, and the paranormal, so I decided to create a podcast that encompasses all those things. If you find these things fascinating like me, then please, I encourage you to come along each week to see where history takes us next. Welcome back to Ancient Secrets and Haunted Journeys, the podcast where we delve into the mysteries that have captivated, puzzled, and sometimes terrified humanity for generations. Today we're setting sail from the haunting landscapes of Bavaria to the rugged, windswept cliffs of Scotland's Flannan Isles. Prepare yourselves for a maritime mystery that has baffled investigators and inspired countless theories for over a century: the inexplicable disappearance of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers. Picture a remote island far from the mainland, where a lighthouse stands as lone sentinel against the treacherous waters of the North Atlantic. Its light pierces through the fog and darkness, guiding sailors safely along their journey. Now imagine the unsettling discovery that the keepers of this vital lighthouse have vanished without a trace, leaving behind a series of perplexing clues and an atmosphere thick with unanswered questions. That's precisely the mystery we'll be exploring in this episode. As we navigate through the fog-shrouded mystery of the Flannan Isles, we'll delve deep into the historical accounts and eyewitness testimonies that have surfaced since that fateful December in 1900. Who were these lighthouse keepers, and what could have possibly led to their disappearance? Was it a tragic accident, a sinister act of foul play, or something even more inexplicable? But the story of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers is not just a tale of missing men. It's a narrative that has permeated popular culture, inspiring poems, songs, and even theatrical plays. We'll explore how this century-old mystery continues to captivate the imagination, serving as both a cautionary tale and a source of endless speculation. We'll also examine the various theories that have been proposed over the years, from natural disasters and human error to more speculative ideas like alien abductions and time slips. We'll scrutinize each theory with a critical eye, sifting through the evidence to get as close to the truth as possible. So whether you're a seasoned maritime historian, a true crime enthusiast, or simply a lover of mysteries, this episode promises to be a riveting journey into one of the most haunting mysteries of the 20th century. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a deep dive into the unknown as we attempt to unravel the enduring mystery of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers. In the winter of 1900, a chilling event unfolded on the Flannan Isles, a remote archipelago situated in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of mainland Scotland, named after St. Flannan, a 7th century Irish bishop and preacher. These isles have long been shrouded in myths and legends, often involving supernatural occurrences and maritime mysteries. But what transpired in December of that year surpassed all tales and entered the realm of the inexplicable. The Flannan Isles are known for their rugged beauty, a stark contrast of jagged cliffs and rolling green hills set against the backdrop of the relentless Atlantic. The isles are uninhabited, save for the lighthouse built on Moor, the largest of the 7 islets. The lighthouse, a 75-foot-tall structure with a light visible up to 24 nautical miles, was a beacon of safety for ships navigating the treacherous waters. It was manned by a 3-person team: Thomas Marshall, James Ducott, and Donald MacArthur. As Christmas approached, the men were settling in for the rotation. A few weeks of isolation and hard work, punctuated by the routine tasks of maintaining the lighthouse and logging weather conditions. Little did they know that their stay would become the subject of one of the most enduring mysteries in maritime history. It wasn't until December 26th, Boxing Day, that the lighthouse was finally checked. Captain James Harvey, in charge of the routine supply ship Hesperus, arrived at Moor to find an unsettling scene. The lighthouse was deserted. There was no sign of the keepers. A half-eaten meal was laid out on the table. A chair was overturned, and clocks had stopped. Most disturbingly, the logbook contained entries that spoke of severe storms and the men's growing sense of dread, despite the fact that no storms had been reported in the area. What happened to Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur? Did they meet a tragic end due to natural forces, or is there a more sinister explanation? Over the years, theories have ranged from murder and kidnapping to supernatural phenomena. Despite numerous investigations, the disappearance of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers remains a mystery, a haunting tale that continues to captivate and baffle to this day. The initial investigation into the disappearance of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers was spearheaded by Captain James Harvey, who had arrived on the island aboard the Hesperus for a routine supply drop. The unsettling discovery of the empty lighthouse prompted an immediate search of the island. Despite its small size, Elon Moor is riddled with craggy outcrops, small caves, and steep cliffs that drop into the turning Atlantic below. The search team scoured every inch but found no trace of the missing men. The lighthouse itself offered a series of perplexing clues. The door was locked from the inside, indicating that the men had not left in a hurry. A set of oilskins, waterproof garments worn in stormy weather, was missing, suggesting that one of the keepers had left the lighthouse without it. This was particularly odd given the logbook entries that spoke of severe weather conditions. The table was set with a half-eaten meal, and an overturned chair seemed to indicate a sudden disturbance. Yet, the lamp was in perfect working order, and the clock had been wound. The logbook, maintained by the keepers to record daily activities and weather conditions, contained entries that deepened the mystery. The last few entries, penned by Thomas Marshall, spoke of severe winds, the likes of which I have never seen, and mentioned that James Ducat had been very quiet and Donald MacArthur had been crying. What was most puzzling was that there were no reports of storms in the area during the time the entries were made. The Northern Lighthouse Board, the organization responsible for the operation of lighthouses across Scotland, initiated a formal inquiry. Investigators were baffled by the contradictions. The weather reports from nearby islands and passing ships indicated calm conditions, directly conflicting with the logbook entries. Interviews with families and acquaintances of the missing men revealed nothing out of the ordinary. All three were experienced lighthouse keepers, well acquainted with the challenges and dangers of their profession. There was no reason to suspect negligence or foul play on their part. Various theories were considered. One posited that the men had been swept away by a rogue wave while securing equipment outside. However, this didn't explain why one set of oilskins was left behind. Another theory suggested that one of the men had gone mad, killed the others, and then thrown himself into the sea. But the lack of any signs of struggle or violence at the scene made this unlikely. The investigation also explored more unconventional explanations. Local folklore was rich with tales of supernatural occurrences, from mermaid sightings to ghost ships. Some locals even spoke of malevolent spirits residing on the Flannan Isles, cursed ground that no man should tread. While these theories were largely dismissed by the investigators, they added another layer of intrigue to an already baffling case. As weeks turned into months and months into years, the investigation lost momentum. The Northern Lighthouse Board eventually issued a statement that read, "The disappearance of the keepers from Flannan Isle is still wrapped in mystery. The men vanished from the island, and they vanished in circumstances that seemed to defy rational explanation." The case was officially closed, but the questions remained, leaving a lingering sense of unease that would reverberate through the decades. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse was automated in 1971, eliminating the need for keepers and reducing the risk of similar tragedies. Yet, the story of the missing men has become a staple in maritime lore, a cautionary tale that serves as a grim reminder of the unpredictable and often unforgiving nature of the sea. In the end, the disappearance of Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur remains one of the most perplexing maritime mysteries of all time. Despite exhaustive investigations and endless speculation, we are no closer to understanding what happened on that fateful night in 1900. It's a story that continues to captivate, a riddle that refuses to be solved, a dark chapter in the annals of maritime history that remains, to this day, an open case. The disappearance of Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur has given rise to a plethora of theories, each attempting to fill the void left by the lack of concrete evidence. Over the years, these theories have ranged from the plausible to the downright fantastical, each adding a new layer of intrigue to an already complex narrative. One of the most widely accepted theories is that of a rogue wave sweeping the men into the sea. The Flannan Isles are notorious for their treacherous waters, and the possibility of a massive wave engulfing the men while they were outside seems plausible. However, this theory is complicated by several factors. First, the weather reports from nearby islands indicated calm conditions, making the occurrence of a rogue wave unlikely. Second, one set of oilskins was left behind, suggesting that one of the men had ventured outside without adequate protection, a highly unlikely scenario given their experience and the purported stormy conditions. Another theory proposes that one of the men went mad due to the isolation and the relentless, monotonous routine, leading him to kill his companions before jumping into the sea. While the psychological toll of lighthouse keeping is well documented, there was no evidence of a struggle or foul play at the scene. Moreover, all three men were seasoned keepers, accustomed to the hardships of their profession. The logbook entries, although unsettling, did not indicate a descent into madness, but rather a sense of unease and apprehension. The investigation also considered the possibility of piracy or espionage. At the turn of the 20th century, tensions were escalating across Europe, and the seas were a hotbed of covert activities. Could the men have been abducted or killed by foreign agents? While this theory adds an element of international intrigue to the story, it is undermined by the absence of any signs of a struggle or invasion. The lighthouse was found locked from the inside, and all equipment was in working order, making it unlikely that the men were forcibly removed. In the realm of the supernatural, local folklore offers a wealth of eerie explanations. The Flannan Isles have long been considered haunted, with tales of ghostly apparitions and mythical creatures abounding. Some locals believe that the men were taken by malevolent spirits or even mermaids, a theory that, while captivating, lacks empirical evidence. Others point to the ancient chapel dedicated to St. Flannan on Eilean Moor, suggesting that the men may have neglected some ritualistic duty, thereby invoking the wrath of the saint or other supernatural entities. In recent years, the advent of the internet has given rise to a new wave of amateur sleuths and armchair detectives, eager to crack the case. Online forums and social media platforms are rife with discussions and debates, with theories ranging from time travel and alien abductions to secret government experiments. While these theories often border on the sensational, they reflect the enduring fascination with the case and the collective desire to find a satisfactory explanation. The Flannan Isle mystery has also caught the attention of academics and researchers. Psychological studies have explored the impact of isolation and repetitive tasks on mental health. Using the case as a cautionary example, meteorological reports have been re-examined to assess the likelihood of a rogue wave or other natural disasters. Advances in forensic science have even led to calls for a reopening of the case, although the lack of physical evidence remains a significant obstacle. As we sift through the myriad theories and speculations, we are left with more questions than answers. Each explanation, while plausible in its own right, fails to account for all the known facts, leaving us in a state of perpetual uncertainty. It's a testament to the complexity and enduring allure of the Flannan Isle mystery, a puzzle that has captivated imaginations for over a century and shows no signs of being solved anytime soon. The mysterious disappearance of Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur has transcended the realm of maritime mysteries to become a cultural phenomenon. The story has been retold in countless forms, from academic papers and documentaries to novels and plays. Each retelling attempts to unravel the mystery, yet the core questions remain unanswered. making it a tale that continues to captivate and mystify. In Scotland, the case has had a lasting impact on the collective psyche. It's often cited in discussions about the limitations of maritime safety and the complexities of human behavior. The case has been used in maritime training academies as a cautionary tale about the importance of thorough safety protocols. Despite the advancements in navigational technology and weather forecasting, the Flannan Isle mystery serves as a humbling reminder that the sea remains a realm of unpredictability. The story has also found its way into the arts and entertainment. Numerous British films and television shows have explored the case, each offering their own interpretation of the events. The story has been adapted into stage plays, operas, and even ballets, a testament to its enduring allure. Internationally, the case has been featured in various true crime podcasts and YouTube channels, often cited as one of the most baffling maritime disappearances in history. In literature, the Flannan Isle case has inspired a range of works, from true crime accounts to fictionalized adaptations. Authors have delved into the psychological and sociological aspects of the case, exploring themes of isolation, the unknown, and the unforgiving nature of the sea. The story has also been analyzed from a historical perspective, set against the backdrop of early 20th century Britain, a period marked by social change and technological advancements. The case has even influenced the field of psychology and human behavior. It's frequently cited in academic papers and studies focusing on the effects of isolation, the psychology of fear, and the dynamics of small groups under stress. The lack of concrete evidence and the myriad of possible explanations make it a compelling subject for researchers seeking to understand the complexities of human behavior in extreme conditions. Online, the Flannan Isle mystery has found a new audience. True crime forums and social media groups are filled with the discussions and debates about the case. Amateur sleuths from around the world have taken it upon themselves to conduct their own investigations, poring over the available evidence and proposing new theories. While these efforts have yet to produce a breakthrough, they have kept the story alive, ensuring that it continues to captivate new generations. The Flannan Isles themselves have become a place of eerie fascination. While the lighthouse was automated in 1971, the islands attract a steady stream of tourists and investigators, each hoping to catch a glimpse of the unknown. Local tour operators offer mystery tours, taking visitors to key locations and recounting the various theories and legends associated with the case. Whether this is mere commercial exploitation or a genuine attempt to solve the mystery is open to interpretation, but it adds another layer to the already mysterious story. As we approach the 125th anniversary of the Flannan Isle disappearance, the case shows no signs of fading into obscurity. Plans are already underway for commemorative events, including a documentary film and a series of lectures. These events aim not only to retell the story, but also to examine its cultural and historical significance. In the end, the legacy of the Flannan Isle disappearance is one of enduring fascination and unresolved mystery. It's a story that challenges our understanding of human behavior, tests the limits of investigative science, and captivates our imagination. As long as questions remain unanswered, the tale of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers will continue to haunt us, a grim reminder of the mysteries that lurk in the depths of the sea and the recesses of the human mind. In today's episode, we delved deep into the mysterious disappearance of the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur. We began by setting the scene in the winter of 1900, painting a vivid picture of the Flannan Isles and the isolation that comes with manning a lighthouse in such a remote location. We explored the initial investigation led by Captain James Harvey, which yielded more questions than answers. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, various theories have emerged over the years, from rogue waves and murder to supernatural phenomena and espionage. The case has left an indelible mark on maritime history, folklore, and popular culture. It has inspired a range of works in literature, film, and academia, each attempting to solve the puzzle. Online communities continue to debate the case, keeping the story alive for new generations. As we approach the 125th anniversary of this baffling event, the mystery remains as captivating as ever, a testament to our collective fascination with the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this intricate journey through the Flannan Isle mystery. As we ponder the questions that remain unanswered, we are reminded that the allure of a mystery lies not just in its resolution, but in the search for truth itself. Next time on Ancient Secrets and Haunted Journeys, we leave the cold, unforgiving seas of the Flannan Isles and venture into the heart of Africa to explore a legend that has both fascinated and terrified communities for generations. The Nandi bear, said to roam the forests and hills of East Africa, this mythical creature is a subject of folklore, scientific curiosity, and local cautionary tales. Is the Nandi bear a figment of collective imagination, or could it be a yet-to-be-discovered species? We'll delve into eyewitness accounts, historical records, and scientific inquiries in an attempt to separate fact from fiction. From tribal stories that speak of a ferocious beast to modern-day sightings that continue to baffle experts, the Nandi bear promises to be a journey into the unknown that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned for another episode of Ancient Secrets and Haunted Journeys, where we explore the boundaries between the known and the unknown, the rational and the inexplicable. Make sure you have favorited the podcast so you know when the next episode comes out. Be sure to share, like, and save this episode.